So I played the Dark Ties and Kiwami free demo last night because originally I wasn't going to because, you know, the boycott and everything, remove Kagawa and all that, but I decided that I may as well just give my impressions on the gameplay at least, because it's the most that I'll probably do with Kiwami free. If I was to get Kiwami free and Dark Tides, it would just be about the gameplay. Obviously, there's going to be story changes and new cutscenes and all that jazz. I'm going to just keep it to what I think about the game itself and the so far with this demo. I'm not going to purchase it until way later on. Update. No, I'm not. I'm not buying this shit. I saw the leaks ending. There's just no way. There's no way I'm buying this. Back to the video. So yeah, let's just get this started. I'm gonna just get started with whatever I got on my notes. You can't see it on here. Can you see it now? No. Anyways, we're gonna just get started on what I have on my notes. We'll just start off with. Let's start with sub stories. There was a few sub stories in Kiwami 3, which was like, yeah, they changed a few of them. They changed the way they went, like the ice cream one. I'm gonna get this out of the way first. I don't care that they changed it to like a woman and her children and all that. Although the punchline for this story was like, it wasn't funny at all. Like, we've seen that kind of punchline way too many times for like throughout this franchise, for like literally all the entries. Not even all of them, but like that was an exaggeration. But just, we've seen that punchline multiple times. It's not funny. Like, we don't care. And also, the way Kiryu controls in this fucking shit. Why did you make it feel like, I literally, on my second attempt, because I failed the first time because Kiryu controls like shit during the section. The second time I turned back, I let go of the joystick. I played this on Xbox. I let go of the joystick. He still kept moving. And I should have recorded my reaction. I should have recorded my like live commentary, because I'm just like in bewilderment. I'm just like, why are you still moving? Why does it feel this way? At least with Ichiban, it was quick to like, he was quick to stop, you know? Why do they make it control this way? And also, just the sub stories that they included in this, I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like the way they wanted to have this be a bit darker, go back to the roots of the darker entries of the franchise with, you know, 1, 2 and all that. The way 3 handled stuff, it wasn't so goofy all the time like in the more recent games. And like, I can kind of feel it, but it doesn't really. No, that's just a lie. I don't really feel it at all. I don't feel that more darker, or just like going back to the roots of something like Yakuza 4. You know, I don't really feel that playing this demo, at least, because the way current Yakuza games look just don't really lend to that darker atmosphere, that darker like tone that they want to like harken back to with this game. I'm sure that's more in the case for Dark Ties, but we'll get to that after I'm done talking about Kiwami 3. But just the way that they're trying to go back to the glory days, I think it's a little bit impossible. The cutscenes, I have to say, do look very nice. I think the way the cutscenes look in the game look incredible. This is probably the best it's probably the best the Dragon Engine has looked. We need to get rid of the filters. Please get rid of the filters. Why? I don't get it. What is RGG's obsession with filters? What is it? Because, like, you'll be in the cutscene, right? You'll be watching like a sub-story cutscene, And it's like, okay, Kiryu said his like moral, and then but like you'll be fascinated at how this actually looks quite nice. The cutscenes look very nice looking, and then when you get into gameplay, you're blinded. You're blinded with like really bad exposure. Like the saturation is like Call of Duty thumbnails high. I don't get why like RGG does this with their games, especially their literally just all of their Dragon Engine games, to have this weird filter over everything. It's the same thing with Dark Ties. Why is it blue? Like we've had the wave of, oh, Kiwami games are gonna be green and all that. I mean, that's still there. That is still there. But like now it's just during the daytime things have to be blue. Just let the natural lighting work. You have a very good looking game and you're ruining it by having these filters during gameplay. We don't need the filters, okay? The game looks fantastic without it. We can see that with the cutscenes. You don't need these filters to do shit, okay? We're not in 2009 anymore. This isn't where you have to put like fucking brown filters, fucking green filters, orange filters for your game to look like you're in a certain destination or anything. Just make your game look natural, bro. It's like telling your girlfriend, bro, girl, you're beautiful the way you are without all that filler and shit, okay? like, I like, the game looks great. I just hate the filters, and I really wish RGG and Sega, whoever, whatever, would just stop using them, because it just damages the way these games look. I've seen Pirate Yakuza. I've not played the game myself, but the clips I've seen of it, who are they making this for? And that goes for the fucking combat. Are they making this for babies? Why is it so easy? Why is it so easy? They should have put a hard mode. They should have put a hard mode for this combat, because clearing out enemies the way I was during both Mine and as Kiryu, that should not be it, especially for the beginning of the game. I should be struggling a little bit, okay? I do not like what they did to Dragon of Dojima. I was so excited to see that the moveset was back. We're not going to have the shitty fucking Dragon Engine version of the Dragon of Dojima style. We're not going to have that anymore. I hated it in fucking Kiwami 2 because of the way it felt. Didn't mind it in 6, but again, I miss my old moveset. I miss my old moveset. And just seeing it back in this one, it's like, whoa! Yes! Yes! It's not good because you just button mash. I don't get it. I don't understand. It just doesn't feel great, and I particularly hate what they did with finishing hold. I hate what they did with finishing hold, because that is one of my favorite unlockables in any video game. Finishing hold is so fun to do. I'm going to talk about this when I eventually get to talking about like the whole like Yakuza series at some point, but finishing hold is one of my favorite moves because it's just like you have so many like varying like things you can do. Square triangle, square square triangle, and then obviously you would lead that up with the grab button. You're like, woo! You've tossed him over there. You like break their back and then throw them on the ground. It's so, I just love it. I love how Kiryu is animated doing it, especially in Yakuza 1 and 2. Kiwami 3 fucks it all up. It makes it automatic, and it doesn't feel fucking good. It doesn't feel good at all. It feels so janky. It's not good at all, because you'll do the string and he automatically will just grab them and do the move, and it just does not feel good. It just does not feel good at all, and I hate it. I hate it. I want to have control, okay? I want to have control of when I can do it, because sometimes I don't even want to do that string. I just want to do the normal string, and then maybe the next time I go into another combo string, I will do it then. Now if I go into Dragon Heat mode or Extreme Heat, he does it automatically. I fucking hate it. I hate it. And the new Ryuku like Weapon Master style, I don't... It's probably just me playing like shit, and it most definitely is. But I don't really think it works well. It feels really clunky. It feels clunky. Especially with the other the other moves, like with the fists, I forgot what it's called, knuckle dusters, whatever, and the like the panel with the heavy attacks. It doesn't feel great, and then holding the buttons just don't feel great either. Like Kiryu, I'm really mixed on. I am very mixed on Kiryu because there are things I do like about, you know, the Dragon of Dojima fight style returning. You know, I'm actually playing with moves that I like, and it feels great to press them. Seeing these like animations again, it feels great. I like the way the camera is angled because it reminds me of Yakuza 3. I really like how it just looks, you know. I like how the gameplay looks, but playing it, I don't like it. I don't like it because it feels super weird. Kiryu just magnetizes towards enemies when you go to like punch them, or like at least try to do like a reversal. Reversals are also very weird. This is both for Dark Tides and Kiwami 3. Reversals feel weird. You can't do a proper reversal anymore. An enemy needs to be near you to do it. You can't just do like a combo like off screen or like facing away from them, and then you can go like that. No, you will just like punch. You'll try to turn around, and they just won't do it. They just won't do it. There were multiple times where I would go and try to do a reversal so I can like lead up with something, and Mine or Kiryu just wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't do it unless an enemy like ran up, and then they would do it. But it's like, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. But it is, and it doesn't feel great to me, and I just don't really enjoy it that way. Like, I don't enjoy my combat like that. I'm glad that we have the things that we have. And we're gonna get into Dark Tide soon. I just want to ramble about the fucking Kiwami 3 section of this, because Dark Tides actually has a lot more things that I do like about the gameplay. It's just that I want to focus on like the main bulk of this video, which didn't like. Dark Tide was only like what, a 30-20 minute demo. Kiwami 3 was like a whole hour, so I'm gonna talk about Kiwami 3 a lot more. I have a lot more notes for Kiwami 3. Oh yeah, that was a line that Kiryu said during one of the sub stories, and I was just like, wait, what do you mean framed? I need to look back on the footage, and I'll probably put text up to be like, okay, no, he said it right. But the thing is, you weren't framed, Kiryu. You full on took responsibility for the death of Dojima. You took the responsibility. Like, obviously you got betrayed by your brother, your brother that you've been you know, your friend, like your best friend. You got betrayed. You got that right, but you didn't get framed. You took responsibility for that, okay? All right, like don't go changing that. All right, RGG, don't do that, because that just fucks up the whole timeline. And from what I'm hearing on Twitter, you're fucking up the whole game with the ending. So, other than that, some other notes I have on Kiwami 3. I thought I would get used to Rikia's like face being different, and I tried so hard to not like hate it, but I just can't. I can't. I'm like, when I think of Rikia, I think of the Yakuza 3 Rikia. You know, he proper Okinawan and, you know, proud, Like, I just think of that one. He's got such an iconic face and an iconic like voice and everything. And then just this new Rikia. No hate to the actor. Hate to Hamazaki's actor. But no hate to the actor, but he just doesn't suit Rikia. He doesn't have that. When I say Rikia and then imagine his face, I just don't see it. And I have a feeling that's how I'm going to feel with the rest of the cast, like Nakahara and potential other face changes that may happen. Because maybe we haven't seen like the full cast list. I'd imagine that there's no more changes other than like those like 3 or more. But it is just a shame that I can't really fuck with Rikia's face, because he was one I did have like a violent reaction to. I was like, what the fuck, that's not Rikia, no, that's not Nakahara. But then I was like, okay, you know what, I'll give them the chance. And now playing this, seeing his face for like a much longer like screen time and period, nah, just nah. It's just not, he's just not Rikia to me. And then like, I do like that the phone like screen stuff, like the phone stuff is kind of cool. It doubles as your equipment screen, which I think is pretty neat. I think that's actually kind of like an interesting way to do the equipment screen, so you can like have all these things, you're customizing your phone, you can see it like when Kiryu pulls out on like the phone menu. I don't mind that. I think that's pretty neat. And the customization that's returned from multiple games now, I think it started in The Man Who Erased His Name. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's nothing. I love character customization, so there's no complaints there. Kiryu looks weird without a beard. Yeah, I think that's it. I put "Where's the sun?" I don't know what that means. I guess a cutscene like fucked up. Karaoke on Bakumi Tai, the video was like fucking up. I'm not sure if that's an Xbox exclusive issue, but yeah, the video was like at the top of like Kiryu's head was fucking up. I'm not sure if that's showing on the video itself, like here on this video, but it's like a small thing. So yeah, overall for Kiwami 3, I'm very mixed, leaning towards negative about it, but I'm not sure if that's just the hater in me speaking, because I feel like that I would, on any other day, you know, in any other day, maybe even pre-Kagawa getting like exposed and they just released a demo then and there, I think I would have liked it. I would have loved it even, maybe. Like, sure, I would still probably have the same problems of like finishing hold being automatic, being pulled into enemies when I'm like punching and it just feeling very awkward. I think I still would have loved this. Had RGG just not fuck up this 20th anniversary so heavily, I think I would have loved Kiwami 3. But I don't. I just don't. Because, yeah, of all the like all the things that have happened, like all this like things in the background happening of this game, like I can't fully support this game. I won't. I'm not going to spend my money on this. I'm skipping this hard, and it's such a shame that Dark Ties is not releasing separately. Because if Dark Ties was releasing separately, holy shit, I'd be fucking buying that. I'd be buying that in droves. Because it feels so much better than Kiwami 3. So let's talk about it. Man, Dark Ties, I think, will be the actual, like, biggest thing to come from this series. Obviously, we've had multiple, like, stuff, like a new protagonist and everything. But I think Dark Ties will be the new biggest thing, because obviously they're still holding some things back in terms of, like, gameplay and potentially story. I'm not going to share any spoilers, and if there are any leaks, I recommend to not look at them, because obviously, why would you want to spoil yourself? Unless you genuinely just do not give a shit about any spoilers about this remake and what it's going to change. Well, then you don't care in it. But I'm not going to discuss spoilers here. But yeah, like, I'm excited to see what they do with Mine's story. I'm interested in where it goes and his rise to why he's so, I don't know, gay for Daigo. Like, I'm very interested in what that leads to, like, coming from rock bottom. And I really do think they should adapt the RGG online storylines, because obviously you're gonna have to change them a little bit, because they do kind of go off the rails a tiny bit. I mean, off the rails enough for it to be like questionable within the canon of the series, but if they are pulling more from RGG online for stories, then I'm very on board with that. Just don't hire sexual offenders into your series about, you know, morals against that shit. And we see that with Kanda trying to sexually assault a woman. He gets beat up for it. Obviously, Mine has ulterior motives for trying to get Kanda, like, to talk to him and all that, but yeah, still gets beat up for it. It's like sexual assault is a bad thing. We shouldn't platform people like that. You know, Kanda gets his head chopped off, right? Dojima gets shot, right? Multiple people get beat the fuck up. You know that, right? Within this series, because they assaulted women sexually. Oh, but if it's a man, don't worry about it. It's a funny joke. Don't worry about it. The combat, Mine's kickboxing, like, combat in this game, in Dark Ties, feels very good. It feels very, very good. Although, I will say, him finishing off the same time, like two type of ways, /3, there are different finishes, but it does kind of feel limiting. I kind of hope the full game does, like, expand on the finishes, because, like, ending with a flying knee or like a you know, crane kick. I don't know martial arts or kickboxing, so forgive me. But yeah, I think the way he ends his combos don't really feel great. And trying to, like, initiate launches, like, this is the first time I've actually done proper juggling within like any RGG Studios game. So, like, trying to initiate a launcher just felt really strange. It felt strange, and I didn't really understand how to do so. I was trying to do it within the tutorial, trying to, like, mess around with his moves and see what he can do. And he feels infinitely better than Kiryu. He doesn't feel so awkward, and like, there are times where he does get, like, pulled in. I think that's just going to be a universal issue with this game, where they just magnetize towards enemies. But I do like what they did with his combat. I like the judgment type of, like, wall, like, jumping off of enemies. The different moves you can do, like, you can do a grab, you can, like, hit them with the punch, or do, like, a heavy attack. I think it feels good. It feels way better than the Dragon of Dojima style or the Ryuku style. And I think they did a good job on how he feels. Just, again, I just wish this was sold separately. I'm gonna keep repeating that. That's one thing. Another thing I do wish was a bit more expanded upon and was a bit more impactful is heat actions, and this is both for Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. I think them being seamless is a great thing. It's like, oh, you're still within the gameplay. You can go into a heat action, and then you can go boom, and then it's still like flying around, like doing kicks and shit like that. It's cool. It's very cool. They just lack the impact that they used to have. unless you're finishing the fight with a heat action, then it has that impact. But it doesn't really have the same impact as the previous games. Not even, actually, yeah, not even Like a Dragon 8 had impactful heat actions. It's a shame that we're kind of losing touch with heat actions. I'm not sure if this is like, this has been an issue for quite a while, I'm pretty sure. I haven't played like all of the spin-offs. I haven't played, well, I played The Man Who Erased His Name. Not fully, I haven't gotten to the end of that, but I will pick that up again once I find a copy of it, pre-owned. And I haven't played Pirate Yakuza. I'm not sure if heat actions there lack the impact that I'm talking about here with Kiwami 3 and Dark Tides. But yeah, it is a shame that heat actions are losing like touch and like the essence that they had within the series, because again, playing through Yakuza 1 and like playing through all the other games throughout the year, last year, was like, man, heat actions are so fun to do, like especially like the extreme heat actions and everything. It just feels so fun to like add these into like properly finish off fights with them and everything, and them kind of losing that oomph is a real shame. And I hope that it doesn't carry over to future titles, because if so, well, they may as well just not be there. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, they may as well just not be there. Another thing I do like about this remake and the Dark Tides Gaiden game, whatever they're calling it, perfect dodges and like perfect blocks are like really cool to do. They feel great to like do. Like dodges normally at the start of these games feel like shit. Like, I will say, they feel like absolute crap. You barely go a distance, and you can barely do anything afterwards because you'll still get fucking hit. Like, they'll probably just like snap towards you and go bah, you know. But the perfect dodges and like perfect blocks really add to the game, like giving you even more evasion or like a bit of like a defense buff or more of an attack buff. That's a really cool idea. That's super cool. I really like it. I really like it. And you can do like parries and stuff like that. I do love me a good parry in the video game. So I really like that they added that to the gameplay of this game. All I have in my note, the rest of my notes, is sexual assault, which we already discussed. And yeah, just I hate that I can't buy it day one. That's in all caps, but I'm not gonna shout. This is more of just a disappointed. I just hate that I can't buy this game because RGG just failed all of their fans, most of their fans. And like, especially after this demo, I'm gonna be skipping this game. I'm skipping it fully because it just isn't. It just doesn't have the things I want out of Yakuza. Like, I did want a Kiwami 3. Like, as much as I do love Yakuza 3 anyways, I do love Yakuza 3. It would be, and I was like, oh, it would be neat to see how they would do a remake of it. But over time, like, especially after playing it, I'm just like, this doesn't really need a remake. It doesn't. People just need to get over the fact that it's Yakuza 3 or whatever. They just need to get over that and actually just, you know, press other buttons. But yeah, it's a shame that I'm skipping this because of the decisions being made at Sega and RGG. And I think if you have any semblance of a soul inside you, you would also skip it as well. Like, you can try out the demo, see if you like it or not, but I just don't think it's really worth spending the money on that when you can easily go play Yakuza 3. Oh, I forgot to delist it. I love this company. I'm tired of this company. I'm tired of the fucking decisions they've been making over the past, how many months now? like 6, something like that. Yeah, it just sucks that they haven't really budged on taking out Kagawa. They haven't really addressed anything to do with fans. There's literally 9,000 people who signed a petition to get rid of the sex offender, and then now you're going on to delisting Yakuza 3 Remastered standalone. If you want to buy the game, if you're not buying it off GOG, if you want to buy Yakuza 3 Remastered by itself on like Steam or whatever, you have to pay triple the amount it already is before the 12th. That is maddening to me. That is genuinely maddening to me. It was already bad enough with delisting Yakuza 0 for a shitty director's cut, and now you have Yakuza 3 being delisted because the remake is better. It's gonna be the replacement. Everyone's gonna play it and enjoy it and love it. No, 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 they're not. Dude, people are gonna do their research. They know what they're gonna see. Like, they'll know what this will look like. A fucking mess. Like, they're gonna look at the history of this fucking game's like release window and from announcement to release. They're gonna be like, what the actual fuck happened? What was this fever dream of like Ryuga Gotoku Studios and Sega just shitting all over from September to February? What happened? Did they just have chronic diarrhea or some shit? Like, what? I just don't get it. I don't understand what the hell happened over there in Japan. But you gotta reinforce your fucking laws. You gotta not even reinforce. You gotta change your laws, okay? If someone, like, I get it. We in the West we're too privileged or some shit. I don't fucking know. All this political talk and all that. But like, I have to say, like I did with my Kagawa video, like from a few months ago, the way the Japanese deal with certain stuff just isn't fucking it, and it's very backwards and very outdated. Like, that's just my view, okay? That's my view. Their culture, as progressive in multiple other things as they are, and I do love the culture of Japan and just multiple other cultures as well. Like, I love the way things are in the world, like people and their heritages and everything, when other people aren't trying to take it away. I do love them, and Japanese culture is very cool. It's very like interesting to see. There are aspects of it that just isn't very interesting to see. In fact, I think it should just be borderline illegal, and people shouldn't be platformed for having done them, you know, after having done them. So yeah, I'm just so mixed on this. I'm very mixed. I'm very bothered by it. But hey, at least I can always play the games, like the ones I have, the ones I own. I just brought this today, so yeah. I'm gonna go watch Silent Hill. Bye. Welcome to the end of the video. This is literally just me ranting more than rambling. I guess it was kind of both. But yeah, I honestly, I just had quite a bit to say about this demo and the current standing, my current standing with the Yakuza franchise. And after reading the ending leaks, because that's out on the internet now, it's on the Yakuza Reddit. So if you're curious, use your initiative, use your brain, use your fingers to go search for it yourself, because I'm not linking it. But yeah, it made me want to cry. It didn't actually make me want to cry. I more or less just went, nigga, why? Just why? It's again, I won't be discussing spoilers. I'm not gonna be talking about it in the comments or whatever, but it's just this game is cursed. Like, Kiwami 3 and Dark Tides is cursed. And if these ending leaks are true, if they are really real, and knowing the history of this franchise with its leaks and everything, well, well indeed. But yeah, I'm gonna just fully skip out on this. I'm gonna be playing Romeo as a Dead Man. I believe that comes out on the same day. If not, I'll just be playing that. And a bunch of other games. I'm cooking on the next big rambling about video. And we'll be covering 3 games. I mean, we've covered multiple games before, but this is going to be 3 games at length. And it's going to be a very fun video. I'm going to love recording for this video. I have a lot of notes down for the first game. And I'm just going to do the sequel throughout February and the third game. So, yeah. Anyways, whether it's today, night, or afternoon, stay safe out there. Don't go too crazy. And don't buy Kiwami 3. I mean, sure, money, you could do whatever you want, but don't buy it. It's not worth it. Show RGG that they need to, like, pipe down a little bit. And even then, like, just to quickly go about Stranger Than Heaven, all of this has also kind of burnt that a little bit for me. That's also kind of been burnt by all of this. Like, I don't really want to give more attention to RGG, especially with their new project. Like, it looks cool, but after this, who knows what the fuck they're gonna do with Stranger Than Heaven? Okay, who knows what they're gonna do? It may be interesting, may be cool, but it's not gonna make me forgive them for what they did to Kiwami 3. So yeah, don't buy it. Show them where the real wallet's at, and that's in my pockets. Anyways, goodbye.